Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how to create these gold texture effects on your text in Photoshop. So the first thing you're going to do is to add your text. The name of the font I'm working with is advertising script. Yeah, and I'll drop the link in the description for you to get the font if you want. I'm just going to scale this up more. And centralize it. The next thing we're going to do now is to change the color of the font to 50% gray. Come down to brightness here and type in 50. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is go to blending options, right click on your text layer, go to blending options, and we're going to add a bevel and emboss. Yeah, you can play around with the settings here, or you could pause the video and copy my settings. I'm just going to use 500 here, and I'll leave this at 6 and maybe other 10 the same. Click OK. Next thing we're going to do is to group this text. I'm going to put it in a group. So either use Ctrl G on your keyboard to group the text, or we could use the create group icon here, the folder icon down here, to group it. Now the next thing we're going to do is to create an empty layer on top of the group, and then we're going to select the rectangular marquee tool and create a rectangular selection around the text. Now we're going to fill this up with black and white gradient. Yeah. All right. Now press Ctrl D your keyboard to deselect. Now we're going to create a clipping mask. Click the gradient to the group, and then change the blend mode to overlay. Now the next thing we're going to do is to add a gradient map adjustment layer, and then we're going to clip it also. You can hold Alt on your keyboard and click here to clip. Alright, then we select the gradient and we're going to put in different tones of gold. Okay, once you're done with the gradient and you're satisfied, you can now name the gradient and click on new to save it. As you can see, I've saved it several times before, so I'm just going to make use of this first one I saved, or this one. Now the next thing we're going to do is to go over to the text layer, double click on effects, and we are going to add inner shadow. All right, we're going to add inner shadow to it. Okay, I'll zoom in so you can see the effects. All right, so you can also pause the video and copy my settings. You use a black color and set the blend mode to multiply, and can adjust this. I think 18 is okay. You can pause the video and copy my settings. All right, so we're gonna add stroke again. We're gonna add stroke to it. Yeah, and under fill type, you select gradient. Make sure gradient selected, and you select the gradient you have saved earlier. Right here, you select gradient you've saved earlier, and you can also copy my settings here. Use 2 and center, and make sure overprint is ticked too. Click OK. Now the next thing you're going to do is select the black and white gradient layer and add a new layer right on top of it, and then we're going to go to filter and render and clouds. All right, so you have a clouds texture here, and we scale this down. A bit, yeah, and then go back again to filter, go to blur, and select Gaussian blur, and just bring it down a bit. Click OK. Now we're going to drop down the opacity of this layer to about 10%. Usually between 10 to 15%. So I'm just going to use 10%. Yeah. So if you put this off and on, you see the difference. Okay, this is looking good already. I just want to add a little texture to this, so I'll go to effects. I'll go to inner shadow. Under inner shadow, I'm going to add a little noise into this to give it this rough texture. I think it's a little bit too much. I'll leave it at 5. Yeah, at 5. Then I still want to add more texture to this, so I downloaded a texture, a PNG texture that I'm going to add. I'll drop the link in the description to it for you to be able to get the texture file. Okay, so this is the texture I downloaded. I'm going to just put it right below the. I'm going to put it right below the gradient map and clip it also. Okay, it's clipped already, and then I'll increase the size to fit the. Yeah, I'm going to scale this down from here. Okay, and I'll set the blend mode to color dodge, and I'll drop the opacity to 50%. 55% is okay, and that is it. Thank you for watching to this point. If you learned something from this video, please do well to like and share this video, and if you have questions, feel free to drop it in the comment sections. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get more updates on this channel. See you in the next one.